um, the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, all protocols observed. Good morning. I'm John Akoten, Director for Research Awareness and Quality Assurance at the Anti-Counterfeit Authority. I'm here standing in for the CEO, Dr. Robbie Mbugua, who was not able to join us this morning. Now, as ACA, we are part and parcel of the multi-agency team that was started some time back in 2018, where ACA spearheaded the formation of a multi-agency framework under Gazette Notice number 7250 of 2018. In this particular framework, the enforcement wing was being spearheaded from the Office of the President, while the public awareness was being spearheaded from the State Department of Industry. Now, as ACA, we've been able to work under the multi-agency framework where we seized around 20 million Kenya shillings worth of illicit brews just last year. And last month, out of that, a quarter of that volume actually came from here in Mombasa. And last month, we were able to seize illicit brews worth 1.2 million Kenya shillings here in Mombasa. And this one has risen to 115 cases, where some of those cases we've been able to resolve them through what's called the ADR process, where the culprits have been fined and their goods were destroyed. Some of the cases are also through various processes in the court, and hopefully we'll be able to send some of them or even find them through the court process. Now, we do have some challenges. We have one regional office here in Mombasa that is in charge of all the counties here in the coast. And that also gives us a challenge because the number of officers there are very few. And therefore, sending them, all of them actually to the sub-county level becomes a challenge. And then, of course, together with that is the issues of limited resources that also affected also our operations. Now, the other challenge that Nakada did mention is also the issue of porous borders. We have porous borders along this region, and therefore that becomes really also a conduit through which illicit brews can actually enter into the country. If you look at also the other borders, for example, Kenya and Uganda, that's also one of the challenges at the borders of Busia and Malaba. You go down south between Kenya and Tanzania is also a problem. And I think within the framework of multi-agency, we'll be able now to counter that. Now, the other challenge, of course, is also the issues of technology, where technology has also aided also the proliferation of illicit brews, especially when we're talking about from the point of view of counterfeiting. Then we have a few recommendations. One of the recommendations is to enhance joint awareness as well as advocacy, because when we educate the public on the dangers of illicit brews, then they are most likely to change their behavior as well as also their mindset, and therefore move away from these illicit brews. The other recommendation that we want to make is to enhance interagency collaborations on enforcement. So all of us as state agencies, then we need really to work together to ensure that we're able to continue seizing and arresting people so that we send this message home. Issues of regional collaboration is also very important. I did mention that some of these illicit brews come into the country through the border points, and therefore there is need for us really to collaborate with our neighboring countries like Uganda and even Tanzania. As ACA, we've been able to do that. For example, with Tanzania, we have the Fair Competition Commission. We'll be able to work with them and also share intelligence. Issues of technology is also very, very critical, that we need then to harness technology so that it can help us also to fight illicit brews. And finally, Your Excellency, is the issue of strengthening our legislative framework, especially on anti-illicit brews, so that we strengthen those weak areas so that we make our laws punitive enough to deal with issues of illicit brews. Thank you, Your Excellency.